Welcome to Somewhere in October. I'm Alex, and I am ranking all the VHS franchise installments. So every movie of the VHS, including VHS Halloween, from what I like the least to what I like the most. Let's get two things clear. The lower ones I have ranked still have some of my favorite segments. So that's why I'm going to do a tier list of the segments and why it's kind of hard to judge these. So I'm just going to give you my overall feelings and why I rank them lower. I'm not going to dive into each individual segment because I'm already going to do that in the tier list, but I'm gonna give you my overall thoughts, so let's just get into it.
Have you ever heard of the legend of Giltine?
Coming in number 8, or the one I like the least, and this may surprise you because it's not viral, which most people don't like VHS viral, but it's VHS 99. So this is a more recent one. There's a couple things that hurt this one for me. The frame narrative, which was lacking, it was kind of there. It connects to Gawkers, but it wasn't really there, and I did not like Gawkers. When I was ranking these, because I did all the installments, I ranked all the segments individually for each. I just couldn't pick a favorite because I didn't love any of them. So what I did was I picked the one that had the best story that I was most focused on, that I was most engrossed by, but nothing in here won me over, so that's why it's in last place for me. To me, it felt disjointed and I couldn't get excited, which is not what I want. I need to have at least one segment I'm crazy about, which is why number 7 is VHS Viral. Most people are probably gonna have this last on their list. Honestly, I think the biggest knock to this one is the frame rate. VHS Viral as a concept is so cool, but the frame narrative, which is supposed to follow like the chase for virality, although the ending to it and the beginning really connect, the in between, they could have done so much with that, and the stuff they chose to do was just a little bit bizarre. Like, there's one part in that doesn't make any sense to me. Every time we had to go back to that, I was just like, okay, come on, next, please. But the segments are good, which is why it's not last. There's a couple segments in here that I really, really liked. I love Bone Storm. I liked Dante the Great. Like, there are some good segments in here. But there was also one segment that you can find on YouTube that I haven't watched that was supposed to be in this one, but they didn't put it in there for some reason. That hurt it too because now you have less segments to love, and I didn't like the frame narrative at all. It just lost it for me. VHS Viral, like if you're gonna do a concept, which we will see later in the list, the concepts really work for them, lean into it. If you're not gonna do it, then just say VHS 8, VHS 3, whatever it is. But this one has some segments that I can picture in my mind. I don't have to search up what they are and I get excited about them, so that's why it's a little bit higher for me. Then coming in number 6 is the original VHS, the one that started it all. I actually think this one is pretty strong. It was finding its footing, and in finding its footing, there was just, especially on second watch, there's so much creepiness. And listen, if you wanna have one creepy segment, one creepy guy, or nudity, just have nudity. Just have nudity. Not everybody has to be creepy to get nudity, okay? And so that just really takes me out of it, especially on second watch. Although I really like Amateur Night. There's one at the end, it's like 10/31/98 or something. There's October the 17th. Like, there are so many ones in this that I really like. When you're watching it, you have to sit through the first part of the frame narrative, which is these guys chasing girls and trying to get, like, inappropriate, non-consenting images and videos to put online, which I don't actually think they need to do that to set up the story that they end with. It's very disjointed in my opinion. Then you go right into Amateur Night, which I really liked, but on second watch, you have to tolerate that again. Those guys are doing the same thing. Okay, can we just get to the horror? Can we get to the good part? So that's why for me, it just didn't win me over, and it can't be my favorite for that reason because it's such a big part of it. But I still liked it. Like, none of these I hate, and that is just one thing that dings it for me. My next one is kind of difficult. I really need to think this through. I said I wasn't gonna let segments influence this too much, but I think I have to. Coming in number 5 is VHS Halloween, the newest installment. And also, Shadow is here demanding belly rubs, so I'm giving them to her while I film. So VHS Halloween, I like this one. I think the problem I have with it is I do think they did a really good job at sticking to the theme. It's Halloween. But when you have a Halloween one, I just want the most that you can get out of it. And there were some that were really great. We have a really great haunted house that comes to life. Love. We also have one with candy, which is really interesting. Besides that, some of them were like, "Oh, there's Halloween tape to it," but I don't know how Halloween was a central theme. And I think I would have liked it to be a little bit more trick or treat, you know what I mean? Lean into Halloween. It's VHS Halloween, more Halloween, please. And I'm actually gonna be doing a video on all the movies I've watched for Halloween because I was looking for movies I haven't seen that take place on Halloween or reference Halloween, and I've come to find that a lot of people take advantage of setting it in Halloween, starting the story in Halloween, but they don't have the Halloween spirit throughout, and that's how I felt with some of these segments. And the frame narrative kinda got repetitive, so that kinda ruined it for me, but it's still good, it's just not one of my favorites. Coming at number 4 is VHS 2 or VHS from 2013, the second installment. I really like a lot of the segments in this one, so it has to be higher than Halloween for me because it has Safe Haven. Safe Haven and a ride in the park. And when I do my tier list, I promise you those will be high. It's just beautiful. I love this one. And I think they did a really good job at kind of correcting what they got wrong in the frame narrative. It initially opens with a nude shot and you think, oh, we're doing this again, but they quickly pivot. And I actually really like the frame narrative here. And then we have some of the best segments, like Safe Haven is an experience. You know, if I was doing segments alone, that would probably be number one, but it's for overall vibes. And this one I think is just an excellent installment and really good that it was so early on that you really got into the meat of how amazing this can be. Now, my top 3. Coming at number 3 is VHS 85.
Why don't you just tell us where you got these videotapes from?
VHS 85 is just really well done, loved it from start to finish. I liked all the segments, even when I was ranking them, I kinda had a hard time because I even love the frame narrative. I really like the frame narrative in this one, which is hard to do. And 85, we also have this really interesting connection that's not the frame narrative. I honestly think this one may have been higher for me if they made that the frame narrative instead, but I just think 85 is so fun, it's so good, the vibes are there, and it has, again, one of my favorites, which is Dreamkill. But even outside of that, I think all these segments are really strong and really creative, and I really liked it. My second favorite, this one's really tough for me, it's kind of a toss-up between my number 1 and number 2. I'm gonna change it, I'm gonna change it. My number 2 is VHS Beyond. So Beyond is a very, very strong installment. I mean, the stories in here are so diverse, so interesting, so visually appealing, and so creative. And Beyond really tackles beyond humanity. I can't just say aliens, it's just beyond humanity in so many different ways. Like every different concept of that, we get multiple ways to look at aliens, experience extraterrestrial life. We get a very, very crazy animal person. We get a just insane, like, zombie smashing gore fest, and it is so good. I think Beyond is really great from start to finish. The reason I was going back and forth between Beyond and 94, which is my number 1 now, is because 94, I didn't love the frame narrative, but in the same breath, I think the frame narrative for Beyond fizzled out for me, but it was filmed really, really well and had some great commentary about, you know, being a skeptic or being a believer and the gray area. Why are people so stubborn sometimes? You have to watch that one, and I think most people have. But my number 1, because I said I wasn't just choosing what looks the best or is the best, I'm choosing my best. It's VHS 94.
Hail, Radma.
The issue with VHS 94 is the frame narrative I think is great, and then it fizzles out. I just think the ending is kinda corny, I don't really like it. I see what they were going for, but I wish they didn't. And the last segment, I really don't love. I love the concept, I don't like the execution, but this is the one that I think I'll rewatch the most because we have Ratma,
Hail, Radma.
and The Subject. Those are 2 really, really great ones, and even if the frame narrative fizzles out or I don't like the ending, kinda like Beyond, I think it's much creepier and more gore, which I want. Want gore, apparently. That's what I'm finding out about myself. I like to see lots of gore. I want it all. It's just hard for me to say I don't love this one the most, so that's my top pick. Well, let me know what you think. I'm going to do a tier list for all of them so you can see exactly what I like in each and what I think you should check out, but honestly, just watch them all. Watch them all because it really depends on what you like. there's so much experimentation throughout this franchise. I just love it, and I wanna see more themes. I wanna see more themes, you know? Do VHS slashers, do VHS zombies, do VHS airplanes, I don't care, do it all. Keep it coming. Keep it coming, okay? Alright, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.